Lottery winners that made enormous mistakes with their prize money. 1. Ibi Roncailoli. She won $5 million in 1991, choosing to give $2 million to a secret child she had with another man, unbeknownst to her husband. When he found out, he poisoned her. 2. Evelyn Adams. As possibly the luckiest person ever, Adams won the New Jersey lottery twice. Once in 1985 and then again in 1986. Her total winnings of $5.4 million were totally depleted within a few years, eaten up by gambling in Atlantic City. 3. Americo Lopes. He won the lottery after he and his coworkers went in on tickets together. He then lied and quit his job so he could keep all the money. Once they found out, they took him to court, and he had to pay up. 4. Jack Whittaker. He was already a millionaire when he won $314.9 million. He spent wildly at casinos and strip clubs, spoiling his granddaughter, too, who got into drugs. She died in an apparent homicide not long after. He stated that life was easier before. 5. Lou Eisenberg. After winning $5 million in 1981, he bought a condo in Florida and tons of vacations. His last check was cashed in 2001, and he now lives in a mobile home on Social Security. At age 81 he says he lived for the day. 6. Lisa Arkin. Compared to other winnings, $1 million isn't all that much. No one told Arkin this, as she bought a house and went on vacation before opening a restaurant. After her restaurant failed, she was broke, saying, "It's been very depressing." 7. Willie Hurt. Based on any metric, it would seem that winning the lottery ruined his life. Only 3 years after he won $3 million from the Michigan lottery, he was broke, divorced, and charged with attempted murder. 8. Suzanne Mullins. Many winners have fallen victim to companies that advance lottery winners their cash so they don't have to wait out the payments. Mullins is one of those. After winning $4.3 million, she ended up owing over $100,000 to one of those lenders. 9. Michael Carroll. This Brit won the $14 million prize at the age of 19, is now earning $300 a week at a factory job. After 10 years, he had spent up his money. Mostly on drugs, reportedly snorting cocaine through a solid gold pen. 10. Urooj Khan. As a hardworking small business owner, Khan was excited when he won $1 million in 2012 and planned to expand his laundry business. Tragically, he was murdered by cyanide poisoning the day his check was mailed. His murder is still unsolved. 11. Callie Rogers. At just 16, Rogers was the youngest ever lottery winner in the UK. She quickly squandered the $2 million prize on cosmetic surgery and partying, leaving her broke. She attempted suicide, and now says teens shouldn't be eligible. 12. David Lee Edwards. After taxes, Edwards walked away with $27 million in his pocket. A year later, he had less than half left. He bought medieval weapons, jets and homes. His wife was arrested for stabbing her secret boyfriend, and Edwards died alone and penniless. 13. Billy Bob Harrell. Harrell was a Pentecostal preacher working at Home Depot. After winning $31 million, he spent it mostly on other people to the discontent of his wife. 2 years later, she filed for divorce as he went penniless. He tragically took his own life. 14. Gerald Muswagon. In 1998 he won the $10 million jackpot in Canada. He spent the money on all the accoutrements to a lavish lifestyle and picked up a bad drug habit. His life fell apart, and he sadly committed suicide in 2005. 15. Alex Toth. Like many people who come into tons of money, tax fraud is a common issue for lotto winners. After winning $13 million, Toth filed false returns and ended up broke and alone before his death 10 years after winning. 16. Marva Wilson. When you win the lottery, you have to know who you can trust. Sadly, Wilson was taken advantage of by someone she thought was a friend. The woman spent almost every penny of Wilson's $2 million winnings. 17. Janet Leigh. When she won $18 million in 1993, she knew she wanted to make a difference. She donated her entire fortune to charity, even having a library built at Washington University. She also donated heavily to the Democratic Party. 18. Luke Pittard. This Welsh native won a $1.9 million jackpot while he was working at McDonald's. He went on a spending spree of epic proportions, which had him right back at McDonald's less than 2 years later. 19. Denise Rossi, when she won $1.3 million in the California lottery, she kept it a secret. Then, she demanded a divorce from her husband. They went on with the proceedings. 2 years later, he found out the truth and sued her for every penny she withheld. 20. Scream Masked Man. Based on all the information we've gathered about lottery winners, it comes as no surprise that this recent winner has chosen to hide his identity from the public. Possibly, this will save him from an unsavory fate.